Hey everybody. No, I haven't been on in a while, so I figured I'd on for a little bit. Uh, so no news yet. I'm still under review as far as I know. Nothing's moved on my end. That's okay. I'm in no rush. I'm just here having fun and posting. I've been posting a video or two a day. You know, just dipping and doing as Wendy Williams would say. And hey, Candace. Hey, classy lady. Hi, Tupac. Hi, everybody. How you doing, guys? So I know I haven't been on in a while. No reasons why. I'm just, I am under review, so I guess I felt once under review I could take a few days to think, but, hey, Barry, you gonna behave? All right. I know you will, because, we're friends and things like that, and, you know, I don't know of anything going on out there on YouTube. I've been trying to keep to myself. I lost a bunch of subs, as you could see, but that's okay. Um, I guess I'm just like that. Um, you know, so yeah, I'm still under review. I haven't, nothing's moved as far as I know. I'm in no rush, and I kind of don't care. Hey, Heather. Um, I'm in no rush. I'm not worried about the whole monetization thing. It's still under review unless if it says something else. No, it just says I'm still in review. Oh, it says nice job. Your channel's now being, yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm just, gonna keep putting out content. Uh, yeah, I've been putting out a video or two a day, the last week or so. Hopefully that's not too much. I don't know. Um, I guess, I just want to do something else now. I do want to still continue to go live. I know that's like the one way to get money and people to come to your channel and things like that, but um, I don't know. Hey, Hamilton. I do have to get out there and work on my sub count again, so I may go over to tree trimmers later or island life fishing. Maybe I'll go do that later. I don't know. Anyone else going over there? I do need to work on my subs a little bit now. I don't want to stop there. I've been checking out these Facebook groups, these YouTube Facebook groups. They're kind of helpful. Oh, it's raining there? No, not here. I don't know if it's supposed to rain here. Supposedly there's a hurricane coming our way. Or it might just blow over. Not quite sure about that. So I'm assuming we'll be getting rain at some point. Yeah, up to 21 inches of rain. Oh, that's not around here. So I don't know. So I put out a video today, and I know some people may get a little pissy about it, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but there's some people out there who are just really just so selfish and rude and inconsiderate of others. Oh yeah, we're not looking for rain here. No rain till maybe Friday. And it's just very disappointing that people are still like this. I get so annoyed when someone shares a video on YouTube of someone who filmed another person who was high on drugs and they put some kind of a music in there. I saw one recently where the woman was like rolling around in a puddle and they had the Maniac song in there. And I was like, that is so, hey, Steve. Well, I'm glad you came by and said hello. Um, that's so wrong. It is just so wrong to do that. You shouldn't be filming people who you don't have permission for unless there's a reason for it. Now, I talked about this on my channel, I believe, a while ago, where I had some strange man on my street who was, parked outside when there were children outside. Now, I didn't film him. I only took a photo of his car because I was reporting it to the police. And I was only making sure I got a photo of the license plate so they could see it for themselves. But I didn't really care about who was in the car. I mean, well, I cared about what he was doing there. So you know, but we shouldn't be doing this. This shouldn't even be allowed. In fact, and the right thing to do is, you know, social media needs to report these videos to the police because, when you film somebody in a time of need and you're doing Zippola for the person in the video, then you should be charged for watching this person go down the tubes. What if something happens to that person? What happens if that person gets hurt? What happens if that person dies because they're in some kind of weird trip and you're filming that person to put onto YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever? What if that person dies and you are the one person who can call the police and get them help? That's on you. See you later, Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? You should be charged. Oh, stay safe, Hamilton. Oh, much love and prayers, Hamilton. Stay safe, my good friend. Hey, Adelaide. That's what I don't understand is, actually that did happen recently. I think there was a fight in the street. See you later, Hamilton. See you later. Stay safe. Stay dry. There was actually a story a while ago where somebody got charged for filming a fight in the street. They were filming and they weren't stopping it. I get it. That may be a dangerous case scenario. But at least try. Call the cops. Do something about it. I understand. We all want to have a viral video. We all do. Trust me. I think about, oh, God, that could be, But that's not how we should be thinking. We should not be thinking about somebody else's mishap being our gain. It's not. Their loss is not our gain. No, it shouldn't. And today I was over in a town in which I used to live in, which is known for, drug addicts and things like that. Although drug addicts are everywhere. Just because you live in a nice neighborhood doesn't mean there isn't somebody addicted to drugs. Ooh, ice cream sounds good. Just because you live in a nice neighborhood doesn't mean, there's no addicts over there. It just means, trust me, let me tell y'all something. I live on Long Island, and we have different kinds of towns here. We have towns in which I grew up in, which is the hood, and we got towns in which I've lived in that are not the hood. And you know what? There's different kinds of addictions in better areas, In the nicer area, they're addicted to heroin and painkillers, So there's a drug addiction everywhere. It doesn't just affect the poor people. It affects everybody, You don't have to come from a good family either. You don't have, just because you come from a good family doesn't mean, anything either. There are people out there who come from great families and become addicted to drugs. Bad area, good area, it don't matter. Drug addiction's everywhere. Okay. Although where I lived, there was a lot of that going on, just more out in the open, That's the only difference, is when you live in a place or, you hang out in a place like that, it's just more out in the open and, it's more known. A phone call from Loveland, Ohio. There's a Loveland, Ohio? I don't know anyone in Loveland, Ohio. So, I made the video earlier today because I was over there. Hey, Marie, I'm good. Hey, Tim, how's things? I was over in an area where, first of all, the town in which I was in, there's a hospital like a few doors down from where I was. So, unfortunately, there's a lot of, issues. You wouldn't think that there would be a lot of, hey, Lydia, hi. You would not think that there would be a lot of drug addicts near a hospital, but there actually are. You got to remember that's where some people get their stuff. This is why we need to have some things done about, doctors and painkillers and things like that. We need to find some other ways to deal with pain than to, just automatically do things. And the other thing is the hospital, which is down the road from where I was, they, hey, Joseph, they have, they will actually, they have a psychiatric fast track section. So that's another thing is like, today while I said in my video today, there was a woman sleeping. She was sleeping, but she was not coherent. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear about that, Lydia. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Do you have special ways of coping? Like maybe it's good for a cough is egg drop soup. Egg drop soup. I don't know what it is about Chinese egg drop soup, but when I get sick, that's my go-to is egg drop soup. Yep. It is. I don't know why it's so magical, but it is. But so yeah, um what happened was I was at the bus. I was actually not, that wasn't my bus stop. I was actually walking out of Dunkin', going to the bus stop to go home. And there was a woman, she appeared to be sleeping behind the bus stop, right? Something about that egg drop soup. And actually, there's a Chinese food place here who has chicken and corn egg drop soup, which is really good. So it's got pieces of, chicken and corn in it. It's really good, magical stuff. I don't know what they put in it other than MSG, but I don't know. But hey, Miss Kitty, thank you for sharing. Um, so I was coming out of Dunkin' and going to my bus stop, which was across the street. And I actually debated, hi Ingles. I was actually debating whether or not to leave this person because they were sleeping. And it was broad daylight and I mean, it's not safe to be sleeping out there. I was very shocked. I mean, there was another guy at the bus stop who had overturned a shopping cart. I don't know what was going on there, but he was clearly not on drugs. He was just eating lunch. So this woman, she was laying on the ground. She was talking in her sleep, and I was trying to talk to her about it. And I was trying to figure out, what was going on there. And it was clear to me that she was either sick or, Lydia, you could probably find it on Pinterest. Pinterest is an amazing place for recipes. My go-to would be for there. So this woman, she was laying on the ground. She was talking in her sleep, if she was even sleeping at all. At the very least, she was not well. She was clearly not well. She might have schizophrenia. I'm not sure. But I mean, I was trying to check on her. But now, as I was checking on her, now I'm not a medic, I'm not a doctor. I've always wanted to be a paramedic at one point in my life. When I was a kid, we grew up watching, hi Tim, I grew up watching, Rescue 911. Remember Rescue 911? That's possible. She may have been homeless, but regardless of the fact, I was worried about her because she was talking in her sleep and she was sleeping in broad daylight on Main Street in Bayshore, and that's not a safe place to be doing that. And so, and it's bad when you're checking the situation out and there was a car rolled up behind me and they automatically scream World Star Hip Hop. That's a site that needs to get shut down. I'm sorry if I don't care if you disagree with me, but you know what, that site opens up a lot of problems. Okay, yes, I've seen videos on World Star Hip Hop because they usually end up on Facebook or Instagram, and I think that site's disgusting. It's disgusting. It is. It's literally trash. So if you don't agree with me, I'm sorry, but I find World Star Hip Hop to be a trashy site. Sure, we air our dirty laundry here on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram, but what they do over there is just, like I said, I'm standing there trying to assess the situation, and I just come out of the grocery store. I was actually willing to put my dinner on the line to check her out, and we got a car behind me screaming World Star Hip Hop. So there's something going on there if somebody is screaming that. Based on when somebody screams that, it's like somebody is looking for views. I don't know. Is that how World Star Hip Hop works? Do people get monetized over there too? If that's the case, then there's a problem over there. Nobody should be capitalizing on somebody's issues there. I find that to be absolutely disgusting. I actually had zero intentions of whipping out my camera and filming this woman. And I wouldn't even film, the cops coming to check her out. That's pretty wrong. Yeah, well, my link is in my It's Kelly M109. Kelly M109. Yep, the link is in my banner. Um, so, I just find that to be disturbing. This has been going on for a long time, and you have to understand addiction is very serious. It's a very serious thing. It's a disease. Now, I know that I've never been addicted to drugs. I never done drugs, any kind of drug. Well, actually, I've smoked pot once when I was 13. But that's not a drug. I don't consider marijuana to be a drug. That's a plant. It's a magical thing. It heals and does things. By the way, if you weren't aware, I just noticed today while I was over by when I was volunteering with the kitty cats, there's a GNC next door. If you're looking for CBD oils, GNC is now carrying CBD oil. Just throwing that out there because I noticed that today while I was over there. I don't know what it costs. I don't know what the going rate for CBD is either. But anyways, again, that's a plant. It's actually healing. It's not a drug. It's something that actually helps people. So, but it's just sickening to know that people would, somebody was driving by. I don't know. I didn't recognize the car before I got there. I'm not sure if this car was, I didn't see that car before I got there. And I had no intentions of filming when the police showed up or anything like that. And I did, like I said, I stayed there. This is not the first time I've done this either. I've actually saved quite a few people in these kinds of situations. There was a couple of years ago, I was hanging out with somebody I don't hang out with anymore, but we were driving in my hometown, and there was a woman who was on Molly. She was on Molly, and she was wandering into the street, and I begged my friend, it was actually his birthday, and I said, do the birthday miracle. Let's stop and help this woman before she gets run over by a car. And that's exactly what we did. I made sure we stayed there until the ambulance showed up. Again, this is not the first time I've done this. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time for these people. I don't consider myself an angel or anything like that. It's just one of those things. I just happen to be there to make sure that these people don't get killed. There was a point in my life where, I have to be honest, there was a point in my life where I really didn't know or understand addiction, and I have to be honest, I had like zero tolerance for it. It just, that disgusted me. But you know what? I came around. I went to school for social work for a hot minute, and I actually took a class called Chemical Dependency in Society. I've also have dealt with someone in my life who has addiction problems. So I totally understand it on a grander scale now. And also, while I was never addicted to drugs, I was addicted to food. So addiction comes in many different forms. It's not necessarily drugs. It's not necessarily alcohol. There was a time in my life, hey, Trigger Trey, how you doing, buddy? Drug addiction, it's not only, addiction comes in many forms. It's not necessarily, drugs and alcohol. Addiction can come in the form of, in my case, it came in the form of food. At one point in my life, it came in the form of spending. I had credit debt that was absolutely horrible. So I kind of understand addiction on a different level at this point. And but we can't sit there and judge these people because we don't really know what's going on in their life. It's a whole nother thing is when we whip out our cameras and we film these people. That's so wrong. And if I were these people, that if I found out somebody did this to me, let me tell y'all something. I'd be getting a lawyer and I'd be suing. Okay, there was a meme made with my face many years ago. There was nothing I could do about it, unfortunately. There was a meme made with my face. They cut my face and put it on some other body, and it was horrible. It was horrible. It was heartbreaking to see it. I have no idea who did it, and it ended up on those kinds of sites. Ended up on a site kind of like World Star Hip Hop. I'm pretty sure it was my kid's dad who did it. But regardless of the fact, it did exist, and it was most horrible thing ever done to me. Sure, I've gone live here and I've talked about people. Maybe it was, you know, maybe some things that I said on YouTube were out of hurt or anger, and I apologize for it. And I'm putting it out there. I apologize. I was also being manipulated by someone here on YouTube to believe some ugly things about people. So I am going to be the bigger person right here, right now, and say that if I said something about you that wasn't very nice, it was said out of hurt or anger, and I apologize. And some of it wasn't true because some of it was somebody had manipulated me to believe some people were horrible, and they ended up not being horrible. So let that be a lesson to you guys on YouTube. Don't take sides all the time, Sometimes, there are sides, there are 3 sides to every story. Hi, Exploring Ginger. So I'm just putting this out there. There has been a time in my life where somebody on YouTube had manipulated me to believe there was something ugly going on YouTube, and in turn they were being the ugly person, you know. So again, I mean, there are some things out there that I had said that were out of hurt and anger, and those things were true feelings. But there are some things out there that were said that were brought out due to manipulation from another person, and I apologize. So I'm sure it made a lot of people upset and angry that I had said some things, and I'm going to come out and be, you get lied about? Hey, Lewis. Well, I'm sorry to hear that on Game 2. I mean, I've had videos made about me, and, it's not nice. And, hey, Lewis. So I'm just going to put this out there right now. If I said something about you that maybe wasn't right, and I'm making it right now, and I'm apologizing. I am very sorry that I have said things about you that, again, it was out of hurt or anger. I didn't mean it. And, when somebody hurts you, sometimes it brings the ugly out in you, but like I said, I was also, in some case scenarios, I was being manipulated by another YouTuber. Names I will not give out, but I was being manipulated by a YouTuber to believe that there was something going on that wasn't going on. So, again, I am apologizing. It was not meant to be that way. Oh, well, on Game 2, we can't be doing that. We can't be saying that kinds of stuff on here. So, I'm sorry that's happening to you, but anyways, we can't be saying channel names, when we're going. If we want to talk about something, we just can't say channel names. That gets us in troubles, especially since I'm under review. So, I'm just putting that out there, while I sit here and be upset about people making videos about people having addiction situations. I just thought I would come out and say these things. Hey, Ralph. How you doing? Still under review. I'm guessing that's going to take a hot minute, but it's Tuesday, so I'm in no rush. I've just been pushing out content now, which that's exactly, you're addicted to being new. I could see that. I see that. I see both you and Blood made new channels. You're franchising. That's cool. That's cool. No, you gotta, that's pretty cool, Ralph. I'm wondering if like I said, I do have, maybe I should just make a channel just for my comedy stuff. Guys, if you don't have Doughboy, you may want to snatch him up. Good channel right there. Very nice guy. So, I'm just throwing this out there, and I'm going to move on from that conversation. I don't want to beat this down to the ground, but just, that's what my video is about. Be mindful about your vlogging, because just because you see something, somebody doing something doesn't mean that belongs to you, Thank you, Lewis. You're such a great mod. Make sure you check out Lewis. He does really cool live streams. They're very down to earth and things like that. Um, you know, just be mindful of what you're filming out there. You know, there was I was in New York City. I was in New York City about 2 years ago. Um, this was before I was filming anything for YouTube or, things like that. I mean, I've had my channel for 10 years, but I didn't really start posting till about maybe a year, 2 years ago when I got the dog. But I wasn't posting things like that. Awesome, Tim. Um, but I was in New York City about 2 years ago, October 10th. I actually will be in New York City October 5th. I'll be doing some vlogging and things over there. So, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to break it down to 3 videos. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm going to make a three video kind of thing for when I go to New York City next month. But I was in New York City about 2 years ago, October 10th. And on that day, I went to Starbucks. I like Starbucks. Oh, see you later, Miss Kitty. Have a great night. Enjoy your night, and stay warm and have fun out there and things like that. So I was in New York City 2 years ago, October 10th. I will be there October 5th this year. That particular day, me and my mom, we took the train in. We had plans to go to. We had tickets to go to Madame Tussauds, and yes, I have tickets to go to Madame Tussauds this go round. So I have tickets to go to Madame Tussauds as well as Ripley's. I'll be going to Ripley's that day too. So I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do. Hey, Starvani Ren, hello, welcome. I think what I'm going to do in regards to that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video at Madame Tussauds, and I'm going to do a video at Ripley's, and then I'm going to take some special clips. Oh, they're in their room, quiet, you know. So I'm going to do like that. I think I do a video at Madame Tussauds and a video at Ripley's, but I'm going to have special clips that are not in those videos. I'm just going live right now. What are you up to? I think I'm going to take those, I'm going to take some special clips, and then I'll put them into, oh, hey, Peanut Butter. Oh, Peanut Butter, let me get you a wrench up in here. I do that with, if you're a wrench over at Jamie's house, you're a wrench over here. So that's how I roll. Like to do a family kind of thing. I'm doing good. How are you? So the last time I was in New York City, I went to Madame Tussauds. Oh, of course. I went over to Madame Tussauds, and after Madame Tussauds, I went over to Starbucks, and there was a guy that was acting a little funny. And, well, I don't know you very well, so you're going to have to earn it. I've known Peanut Butter for a long time, so he gets a wrench. So I got to get to know you. You want to go to New York? Oh, you should. So, oh, I thought I heard a honking out there. So I was in Starbucks, and there was somebody acting a little weird. When New York City, when somebody acts a little weird, that's not really good. He was being thrown out of Starbucks even. I can't remember why, I can't remember what was said to him, but that would be a cool idea. Definitely cool, Peanut Butter. Actually, I'll be meeting up with Jamie next month. Jamie and Alex in New York City next month. So we'll be doing a vlog in New York City come next month. That's going to be awesome. So this guy was acting a little funny. I didn't think of it. I mean, there's NYPD is everywhere. So, I wasn't all that worried about it. I mean, I have severe agoraphobia. So if I have severe agoraphobia and I'm going to New York City, I just put my blinders up and I don't really care. So, I went about my business. We went to, the Disney store, a couple other stores in the area. We had lunch at, we did have lunch at, what's it called? Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. If you don't know me, this is why me and Jamie are so cool together, is we have the same likes. If you didn't know, Forrest Gump is one of my favorite movies of all time. Anything Tom Hanks does is pure gold to me. Tom Hanks, Charlie Hunnam, and Johnny Depp. Those are my three guys. I don't find Tom Hanks attractive. I'll just put that out there. I just think he's an excellent actor and director. I am looking forward to the the new movie that's going to be coming out with Tom Hanks. The Mr. Rogers movie is going to be coming out in November. I'm looking forward to it. So we went to lunch to Bubblegum Shrimp Company, and the plan was we are going to go to lunch and then walk back to Penn Station and go home. Yeah. Oh, she is. Jamie's adorable. I love that girl. She's family. That's my sister right there. Well, sister from another mister, as we say. I feel like we're like long lost twins or something. So I had come out of we had just come out of the restaurant. The naked cowgirl was out there. I know. I think I gotta get a photo with her. What do you think? Do you think I need a photo with the naked cowgirl? I do have a photo with the naked cowboy, and I was 230 pounds that time, so I feel like I need a updated version. So we were walking back to Penn Station, and there were all of a sudden there was media everywhere. Aw, thank you, Peanut Butter. I appreciate that. There was media everywhere. The news stations were everywhere, and we were like, oh my God, what just happened here? It is New York City, and it's, October time, and, you know how New York City is. It's kind of scary sometimes. I mean, thankfully, I was able to brush it off and walk away and not get, into a panic mode. When I came home, we had found out that the man that was actually at Starbucks had gone into a comic book store and jumped through the window and, crashed on the ground. And we literally had just missed it. I thought about it, oh gosh, what if I had filmed this and, but that was wrong of me to even think of that. You should never, ever, there's got to be some level of ethics here on YouTube. I understand, we want the views. We want the views. We want, people to come on our channel. We want to have that viral video that gets, millions of people on our channel. But, we can't be doing that. We can't be just filming people for the hell of it, that's why I made my video today. I made my video because I just was so disgusted. I was over there. I was trying to help this lady. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an EMT. I'm not a medic. I just saw somebody in need of help. She wasn't breathing right. She was talking in her sleep, which led me to believe she needed help. And I stayed there, waited till help arrived. Even though I had fresh groceries and things like that, that didn't matter. What mattered was that this woman needed help. And a car rolled up behind me screaming, "World Star Hip Hop." So, like I said, I don't know what World Star Hip Hop's all about. All I know is that it needs to be shut down, because I've seen some of the videos on there, and it's disgusting. It's, yeah, right, Peanut Butter. Yeah, it's so sad. Drug addiction is a real problem in this country. And it's not always the street drugs either. We got to put that out there on the table. It's not just street drugs that are a problem. It's legal drugs that are a problem too. And like I said earlier in the live, is that this happened like a few doors down from the hospital. It is possible that this woman may have been in the hospital for, some kind of mental illness related issue. They do, see, this is another problem, is that, people get brought in these case scenarios. Yeah. World Star Hip Hop. Isn't that's a trashy site. I don't like it. Do you get monetized over there too? Or does World Star Hip Hop capitalize on these videos? I'm curious to know how that whole thing works. That's so sad. And over here, we're fighting to be monetized just for what we do, But so that's another thing, is like, the sad reality of this lady is that she, I do have IG. Yep. It's KellyM109. The link is in my, the link to my Instagram is in my banner. She may have been homeless. We don't know. But see, this is the sad part is, when people do these things on the side of the road, they're going to take these people to the emergency room where they have, yeah. Absolutely, peanut butter. I'm always free and down to a conversation. I always say if anyone can message me on Instagram, haters too. You got a problem with me? Send me a message over there. Don't make a video about me because, and I'm going to start doing the same. Um, you know, um, what the fuck is she doing up there? I'm so over this lady upstairs. Um, so unfortunately, this woman, I probably, I may have done her a service by getting her off the street, but if they take her to the emergency room and she is indeed, in need of care, right? Hey, we all got them, right, peanut butter? I've heard people say that their channels got monetized by their haters, you know? Listen, okay, I'm gonna put this out there. If you have haters out there, and listen, if you want to talk about it, talk about people hurting you and doing things like that. I do that from time to time, and I apologize. Maybe I've said something out of context or out of anger or hurt or pain or whatever, and I apologize. The one thing that I would never do is if I talk about someone who's hating on me and throwing these at me and being rude and nasty, the one thing I would never, oh, cool. The one thing I would never do is, fat shame anybody. Listen, if you're gonna have beefs with people on YouTube, the one thing you don't do is don't go after someone's looks. Don't go after their looks. Don't go after their family. Don't go after their kids. Hey, all in good, all out of love, peanut butter. But don't do that. Don't go swatting people. Don't go calling CPS. Don't go attacking their looks and things like that. That's petty. You got a problem with them. You got a problem with, what they did to you. Not who they are or what they look like. Don't do that. But so this is the sad part of what happened today. I probably did her a service I did this woman a service by getting her off the street and put into the emergency room where they're going to assess her and get her better. But the problem is, if she's got nowhere to, the sad reality is, homelessness is a problem. Hey, puppy. Say hi. Hey, Risky. Hey, pup. What's up? I came home smelling of cats. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. God, these animals today are... Oh, God, no. Oh, Lord. She is wanting her cuddle time. But we can still go live with cuddle time. Oh, Lord. Animals have no... Oh, gosh. Some animals just have no sense of boundaries. That's another thing I'm going to talk about, the thing that just popped up on my phone. Yeah, so the sad reality is, while I might have done this woman a service by getting her help and taken to the emergency room, if she's got nowhere to go afterwards, they're just going to throw her on the street. The sad part is when somebody goes to the emergency room for mental health or drugs or whatever it is, if they don't have a place to go, they don't do anything about that. And that's something they should do. They should hook them up with some kind of housing or call the emergency housing line or something. Don't put them back out on the street. I mean, I know there's some people out there who just want to be homeless because, unfortunately the shelters have a lot of rules and things like that. But, if we're calling the emergency line because somebody is, maybe this woman has schizophrenia or something like that and she needed help. Unfortunately, like I said, the emergency room, they may assess her, they may get her some help, they may give her a little food, but they're going to just throw her out on the street. And that's wrong. That should not be that way at all. They should get her into emergency housing immediately. I don't understand that, You would think the emergency room would have to care if somebody doesn't have a place to go, or they don't know when their next meal is going to come from. Because the problem is, when somebody is in this case scenario and they're living on the street and someone like me walks by and sees them, having, an issue like that, people are going to keep calling the emergency line and have them, brought back into the emergency room for another well checkup and things like that. So I think it would be, no, they don't care. That's the problem, is they don't care. I mean, this is something I wanted to talk about too. I know you guys, if you don't know, I have Section 8, which means I just have, it's subsidized housing, which I pay for out of my own pocket. and I live in a housing program for handicapped people as well. And so the two lady now, if you don't know, this is an update on the issue with the ladies upstairs. The one lady has moved out; she's moved on. God bless her, and I hope she, does well. Wow, I lost a like. That's interesting. Somebody must be playing games with my channel again. After I just apologized, thanks. um, but really. See, now that's another thing I didn't understand, Tim, is that my kid's grandma always said that they can't do that. My kid's grandma used to say if you go to the hospital and you don't have insurance, that there's people out there who are going to pay for you. No, there isn't. But anyway, so with the ladies, the issue with the ladies upstairs is the one nice one has moved out officially, and I did hug it out with the other lady upstairs. And the other lady upstairs, the one that's having issues, she's having issues. And that's another sad reality, is that she is severely mentally ill, and she's being given options to better her life so she can stay there, and she's choosing not to accept the help. And unfortunately, they're probably going to end up evicting her, and she's going to end up on the street. See, this is another problem, is that these housing programs are great, but not great at the same time. I appreciate the roof I have over my house. I appreciate the roof I have over my house. I'm not always great. Sometimes a bit of a slob and things like that, but I've come a long way in my life, and appreciating my home and things like that. Um, so, um, you know, oh, okay. I don't think we have any county hospitals anymore here. We don't have any county hospitals here. Only state and private Jewish hospitals. We have Catholic, private, and state. So I guess you're out of luck here. But anyway, so now, this is something I've thought of, Now, I know that single people need housing. What I don't understand is, why don't they put single people in just a one-bedroom apartment? So, because now the thing is, this one lady upstairs is going to get evicted, and they're gonna be bringing in another person. They're already going to bring another person in because the one lady has already left, and the one lady left, and they're going to be putting somebody else in there. Oh yeah, we definitely don't have any county hospitals here. None. Zip. Only state, Jewish, Catholic. No county hospitals. However, I have noticed, like, if you go to the Catholic, the Jewish ones, they actually have social workers will help you apply for insurance. I guess they could, get it back later on. So now, the thing is, they feel, the one thing I've noticed.
Hey, Omar, how's it going? Welcome. Happy Wednesday.
I've noticed is that, it would save them more money instead of, a bunch of single people in an apartment that don't know each other from a can of paint. If they just did single apartments and just take these apartments and houses with multiple rooms and just save that for the families, because now it's going to cost my housing agency a lot of money to evict her. It's going to cost them thousands of dollars to evict people. And since I've been in this housing program, for I just got an Amber Alert. Oh, great. Keep coming. Oh, no. Hope they find the kid. But the thing is, it's going to cost them thousands of dollars to evict this person. It's also going to be costly because, this woman's causing damage to property, and, she's stealing mail, she's flooding and doing all kinds of things. So, they're literally wasting a lot of money, in this case scenario. She needs to be in a group home. That's, it would make more sense. She needs to be in a group home. But you know what's interesting here is here in New York, they're I don't know if they're doing this everywhere else, but they're actually doing this new thing called an SRO. It's called single room occupancy. This is the future of group homes. So instead of having a group home where, like you have 10, 15 people, maybe 3 people to a room, they're sharing their room and things like that, and there's staff there 24 hours a day. So what an SRO is going to be like is you're going to have, everyone's going to have their own room. It's going to be like a mini, like a miniature, um, a miniature, what do you call it? Studio apartment. It's going to be a miniature studio apartment. They're going to get their own room, bathroom, and kitchen, maybe kitchenette. I'm not sure about that. Some of them don't, and some of them do. But they do offer they will offer them like a meal plan that they could pay into. So, usually in a group home, meals are generally included. But in this case scenario, they would have to pay for a meal plan, from what I understand. So it's amazing they can do that. They could create an apartment situation for people who are on a lower level of housing, a lower need, a lower functionality, lower functioning housing. They could figure that out. But here we are at the highest level of housing, where they're taking like 3 or 4 people, somewhere between 2 to 4 people, and putting them into one apartment. These people, like I said, they don't know each other from a can of paint, and they're putting them together, and it doesn't usually end well. I think since I've been with this housing program in the last 10 years, I've seen them evict at least 10 people in the last 10 years, and it's expensive. And I'm sure they're evicting more people. I mean, I'm sure they're evicting more and more people. It's just, from what I've seen, in my own personal experience, I've seen them at least evict 10 people. And that's costly. They got to pay for attorneys. They got to pay for, all kinds of stuff. So they're literally wasting loads of cash to evict these people, Oh, see, that's the Amber Alert. So literally evicting, they're wasting loads of cash to evict these people, and it's flat out terrible. It's wrong. I mean, why not just put them in a single apartment? And our governor is a douchebag. Governor Cuomo is a douchebag. He's shutting down all the hospital grounds, or selling off the old ones. See you later, Steve. He's selling off all the older hospital grounds, and putting luxury condos and stores, and like Pilgrim State. That's one of the most famous hospital grounds on Long Island. It's he sold it off to the Mets. They want to put some kind of a stadium there, or some crazy crap there. I mean, these grounds could be better used, putting out housing for people in this case scenarios. But these single SROs would be really great. It would help the homeless population. I mean, take these single people and put them in a situation like that, and save the places like this for families. I mean, I got many ways of helping the homeless situation. It's just that somebody out there has got to listen. That's the unfortunate part, is people don't listen. They just, I hate it when people use homeless people as a reason to not do something. Oh, we don't want to take refugees into this country because we got to deal with the homeless population. But nobody's working on the homeless population. The homeless population, nobody's really doing anything about it. Nobody. I could tell you, I'm going to be in New York City October 5th, and I can tell you there's going to be a whole bunch of homeless people on the street. Oh, you work? Yeah, of course you work on it. You volunteer. We got wonderful organizations out there that help people. Food Not Bombs, that's one I love. Food Not Bombs is a wonderful food pantry we have here on Long Island. They go and rescue food from Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and other places like that. They make sure people have a good... See, that's another thing. I know beggars can't be choosers, but I always think like food banks would do a better service if they gave out actual like nutritious foods, like vegetables and, things that people should be eating and not shouldn't be eating. We have an organization here called it's called Lighthouse Missions, and they've been there, for my time of need. But the one thing I notice is that they hand out a lot of foods that people shouldn't be eating, like cake and soda and things like that. There's people out there who want to tell people, oh, you can't use your food stamps to buy cake and soda and cookies and things like that. But when you go to a food bank, they're given exactly that. And again, I get it. Beggars shouldn't be choosers, but that's something I think about too. Is like, you're gonna sit here and say, don't use your food stamps to buy soda, don't use your food stamps to buy junk food. Wow, that's amazing, Tim. That's really kind of you. I've been homeless. I'll be honest, I've been homeless. I lived in a shelter for about a month. You know, it's tough. They make it really hard. They make, the thing is, they make people really dependent on these programs too. That's another thing is they make it really hard to get off of these programs. That's why I'm here on YouTube, is to try to better myself and see if what I can do and get off Social Security and get a better way of living. I just need to make a break. I need to make a Hollywood break or something. I always talk about Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is magical. He is gold. He's Hollywood gold. Wow, that must be tough, Tim. It's really hot. It's really hot during the day and it gets really cold at night, right? That's how it works in the desert. But yeah, that's rough. I lived in a homeless shelter for about a month, and that's another thing that they make really difficult is like if you want or need Section 8. Now, here's the thing. I was evicted from my house a while ago, and thankfully I was not legally evicted through the courts or anything like that. See, that's another thing is Section 8. If you were evicted if you were legally evicted from your home, you cannot get Section 8. This is another thing is, a lot of people think that people on Section 8 are horrible people, but Section 8 here, at least here in New York, they're very picky about who gets a grant, so just putting that out there. And it's very hard to get Section 8 too. It's very hard to get disability. It's very hard to get Section 8. They make it very difficult to get these programs. So once you're homeless, you're going to have a really tough time around here. And then once you get into a program like this, it's, they make it so hard. They make it so hard. If you want to work a couple hours at a job, while on you can make 980 extra on disability. But the thing is now, I think it's great that they're raising the what do you call it? Minimum wage. It's not really it's not really a living wage. We're still at $13 an hour here in New York, Yeah, they do. They have a hard time anywhere. Exactly. We're just having a rough time in this country. And you know what? You can't, it's hard because, you don't want to talk politics, but the thing is, this problem's been going on long before, who is in office. So don't go, not one politician has done anything for homeless people. Not one. So throwing it out there because, Obama didn't do anything for us. Bush didn't do anything. This one's not doing anything. So, before we go there, just so you know, not one politician cares about homeless people. They just don't. I mean, look at Florida. Did you know in Florida it's actually illegal to feed the homeless? There was actually an elderly chef. There was an elderly chef that, oh no, here it's $13. Yep, it just went up to $13. It went up to $12 an hour in November, and it went up to $13, I think, in January. It's supposed to go up $1 a year until it hits $15 here in New York. And I guess I see, people out there are thinking that, people are, thinking, and that's putting a lot of, unfortunately, Walmart. You could see they're already taking care of that. They don't want to pay for. They're not willing to pay for cashiers, so we actually never had. This is actually new. They actually just started putting those self-pay things. Those are new. They just started putting them out. I mean, they started getting rid of greeters a long time ago, though. That's the other thing, is they started getting rid of greeters a long time ago. I know that they had like all these articles running around saying that, but it's been going on for a long time, you know. But anyways, um, yeah, they raised it to $12 in November, because I was actually working at Kohl's for the holidays. I was working at Kohl's for the holidays. I was allowed, just so y'all know, because I know there's some people out here on YouTube who hate on me because of that. Now, I'm under, like I said, I live in a housing program, so I can't get away with anything extra. Yeah. I heard about some new robot at Stop and Shop. I haven't seen it, though. There's supposedly some new robot coming to the grocery store. I haven't seen it. I have no idea. But yeah, so I've not seen that robot. Supposedly, well, I mean, they've been redoing the stores quite a lot. Wow, that's interesting. Unloading trucks too. Wow, cool. I mean, that's the sad part. And the thing is, people out there want to blame, people out there are blaming Amazon and things like that. I mean, listen, Amazon doesn't pay taxes. Let's be honest. Amazon does not pay taxes. A lot of people were screaming and yelling when Amazon was supposed to put some kind of a center here in New York. And people were really upset. They actually blamed Cuomo. Really? Wow. I'm sure Walmart's going to do that because they don't want to pay taxes and they don't want to take care of their employees properly. See, that's the thing. It's like, see that's the one thing I've always like been conflicted about, is that, it feels like Walmart is one of those necessary evil kinds of things, because, Walmart, provides a lot of people with jobs, especially handicapped people. Thank you. Can you plug it in? That's another thing, is like Walmart's one of those places that will hire people, but they don't pay them a wage that makes sense. You worked there for 21 years. So let me ask you, what was the experience there? It was probably horrible, right? Because, they
Mommy, have you watched Cartoon Rebels
no.
Luigi
No.
versus Tails?
No. I'm guessing it was horrible. Although some people, I've heard mixed things about working at Walmart. Some people have actually said that they thought they got paid pretty decently, but other people out there have said otherwise. I mean, okay, so that's what I'm going to bring up. When I worked at Kohl's over Christmas last year, they're really $7.50 an hour at Walmart? That's not too shabby, Tim. Really? Did you work in a special section, or that's, you just got lucky, or what? Because I'm just trying to figure that whole thing out. Because a lot of people say they don't get paid very well at Walmart, that they're on poverty, that they need to have, be on welfare and things like that because they work at Walmart. That's kind of sad. I know Walmart doesn't pay taxes. They were also filmed, there was also a video that went viral about was it last year? Where they were throwing out tons of food and couldn't get, oh, you worked at nights. Oh, nights is usually better paid, right? Nights are usually, I've actually heard that working night shifts at stores are actually better opportunities, because after midnight, they do time and a half and all that kinds of stuff. There was a video a while ago that Walmart was tossing out a whole bunch of food instead of giving it to the homeless. I mean, there's a homeless guy that, can I have this? And they said flat out no. I don't know. See, I worked at Kohl's for Christmas last year, and Oh, just 50 cents more an hour. Oh, gotcha. When I worked at Kohl's over Christmas, um, now I see that there is a difference there. See, when I worked at Kohl's, everybody wanted to work on Thanksgiving. Everybody wanted to work on Thanksgiving because it was double time. It was actually double time plus a few extra dollars. So it was $26 an hour. Yep, it was, yeah, because we were making $12 an hour, so it was double time. So they made it 26 or $27 an hour to work on Thanksgiving. It was a $3 an hour bonus. So it was $27 an hour to work on Thanksgiving. So we wanted that. And we got a pretty decent, discount. Now that was the one thing I had, when I went over to Walmart is yeah, oh really? Yeah, but the thing is, shouldn't that, see, I don't get that whole thing, if the person is that hungry and they want to take the risk, shouldn't that be on them? I don't know how that whole thing works. I mean, it is a shame to throw out all that food and, people who could use it, If the guy was willing to take it with his own risk, I don't know. That's stinky. But yeah, actually, I've heard that in some places, that's a shame. In fact, when my sister had her Sweet 16, we weren't allowed to take the leftovers home. They actually will not, even event halls won't let you take the food home. That's a shame too. More waste, more food waste. But see, that's what Food Not Bombs does. If you don't know what Food Not Bombs does, Food Not Bombs, oh, they donate dog and cat food. Oh, that's cool. Food Not Bombs actually is an organization that goes to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, and they rescue food from there. I am pretty certain that they get it from there, though. I think Whole Foods and Trader Joe's ends up giving it to them. They don't just take it out of the garbage or anything like that. But again, when I worked at Kohl's over Christmas, Thanksgiving was $27 an hour. Black Friday was $15 an hour, and on the weekends, they did $15 an hour, and the week leading up to Christmas, it was actually $15 an hour. But from when I was going over to Walmart, they said that they had said that wasn't the case, which is a shame. That was a pure shame. In fact, the people at Walmart were telling me they don't even get a discount. They don't get a discount, or they do. It's not like it's like once a month or some weird thing like that. That's horrible. Really, they don't do they get a discount at working at Walmart? That's pretty messed up. Is this true? They don't get a discount? That's pretty messed up, dude. I don't like that. Hey, Adirondack Camping Adventures. How's things up north? Hey, Poochie. Oh, that's not true? Okay. Yeah. I mean, they said they weren't even getting time and a half for working on Thanksgiving. You get 10%. 10%'s not bad. Can you use coupons? I mean, Walmart itself doesn't have coupons. I mean, when I worked at Kohl's, we got 15%. We got 15% off, and we could use coupons. So if you got your Kohl's bucks, Kohl's dollars, if you had those, Kohl's cash, you could use that. If you got 20% off, you could use that. Things like that. So you could use that. Oh, they price match. Yes, yes. I remember a while ago, and they're actually pretty decent about price match. If I remember years ago, if you saw something cheaper somewhere else, you would get it for that price, and you would get the difference back or something like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, Walmart's one of those things that's like I said, it's one of those necessary evils. They don't pay taxes and such. But that was the big thing, is that Amazon was supposed to be putting out a they were supposed to be putting a warehouse here in New York. It's going to be in Long Island City, which is not a nice neighborhood. That's just before you hit, Queens and all that. 8 hours of pay. Holiday pay is 8 hours. Oh, wow. Cool. I mean, the thing is, let's face it. People always cry about people having to work on Thanksgiving, but I could tell you, when I was working at Kohl's, People wanted that. They want the money. People are so desperate for money, they want to work. Oh, I just saw you shared. Thank you, Poochie. I appreciate that. We were just talking about that in my live, too, because that's what we do up in here. Talk about, issues. That's what my channel is going to be about is, reviewing things and talking about life things. Somebody told me recently that information channels are what's in right now. So I guess I'm what's in. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, Tim. Yeah. Oh, see, they make it out. They make Walmart to look like it's so bad. Right. I mean, when I worked at Kohl's on Thanksgiving, I mean, let me tell y'all something. I wanted to work on Thanksgiving. Yeah, me too, Poochie. I've known a lot of people. I've definitely known a lot of people who have, I actually had a friend who died of a heroin overdose. So, yeah, I get that. It's rough. It's rough. And you know what? I live in an area. Here's the thing, and this is what I was talking about in my live, is that addiction happens everywhere. Just so we all know, it happens everywhere. Just when you live in an area like where I grew up, it's just more out in the open. When you go to like a nice neighborhood, they put that behind closed doors. They don't want people to know that they got addiction problems, or at least it's swept under the rug. But where I grew up, it's out in the open. You see everything. And like I said, today was one of many one of many incidents where I actually have helped somebody from getting ran over or killed or something like that. I mean, she was sleeping on the side of the road, but regardless of what happened, regardless of why she was sleeping there, I mean, I don't know, and I don't want to know her personal life. I just want to make sure she's all right and safe, But yeah, they were supposed to put an Amazon warehouse here in New York. Right? Oh, so did you work at Kohl's too, Adirondack Camping Adventures? Now, Kohl's is an awesome place to work at the holidays. I'm on disability, so I just work at Christmas time and I take off for the rest of the year. That's what I do. I just work a little bit. I'm allowed. A Walmart. So actually, so Walmart's not that bad. Oh wow! So you get a 25% off voucher at Thanksgiving. See, now this is the thing that I don't really know. Yeah, it's awful to work at Walmart or Kohl's. Kohl's wasn't bad. I don't think it was horrible. I enjoyed it, to be honest. And oddly enough, can I tell y'all something? You would think the young whippersnapper employees like myself would be the ones to watch out for. Oh no. Let me tell y'all something. We had fights with the older employees. They fought with each other. The older ones. Could you imagine that? Really? Wow. For working at Walmart? Wow, hold on. So Walmart's really not that bad? Oh, wow. I mean, people want to work there, so it can't be all that terrible. I mean, the only thing that I don't like about Walmart is they don't pay taxes. They're not paying taxes. See, that's why if you guys know that they were supposed to put an Amazon headquarters, Amazon warehouse in a bad neighborhood in New York City. Well, that's not, Long Island City is not New York City. Long Island City is still Nassau County, borderline Queens. The other downside to that was, from what I understand, was Amazon was not willing to hire people in that area. They were not going to be hiring anyone from the area. So, yeah, that's what I had heard, is that they weren't going to be hiring anybody from the area. They don't pay taxes. I mean, that's what the argument was. So it was supposed to bring jobs, but it wasn't going to be bringing jobs to that area. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all something, and I do actually, this does happen here in New York. This actually does happen here, and it might happen elsewhere too. I grew up in a rough town. I grew up in the town of Central Islip. if you're from New York, you probably heard of my hometown because it's on the news all the time due to gang issues and all kinds of things. But I grew up there. Really? I like Stop and Shop. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that's a good thing, Adirondack. Wow, that's actually pretty good, Tim. That's not too shabby. I mean, with Kohl's, when I worked at Kohl's, if there was a friends and family coming up, that was the best day for us employees. When they did friends and family for us at Kohl's, you guys get your friends and family coupons in the mail. It's like 25% off. So for a Kohl's employee, we would get our discount, which was 25%. They would add another 25% and a 15. So we got 75% off our purchase on that. Stock options and health. Wow. So Walmart's not that bad to work for? Wow, I'm really learning something. Other than them not paying taxes, that's kind of a problem. Walmart not paying taxes is a problem. That is a problem. I mean, Amazon not paying taxes too. See, now, like I was saying, like I grew up in a rough town. You hear about it on the news all the time. I would. Hey, Jamie. Hi. My sister's in the house. I really love our little YouTube family. We're going to talk about that in another second there. But, we actually have, you see my videos where I go and, I have the kitty cats and all that stuff. There's a Target there, and I do some Target. My sister in the house. Yay. See that? You can have family that's not blood. But, $25 for a pair of prescription glasses? Holy crap. Wow. I mean, I buy my glasses on Zenni Optical. Oh, shit, I forgot. I got to make an appointment. Thank you for reminding me. I have to make an appointment to get a eyeglass. I have to get a eye checkup so I could order a new pair. But wow. So Walmart employees can get their prescription glasses for $25? I've been trying to get a job at Walmart for quite some time. They never call me. Walmart, I want a job. I want a job. And they probably work very well for somebody like me who's on disability. They probably, I probably I would make exactly what I need. So, I'm always down for extra income. But see, that's okay. So where I work at the kitty cat, well, I work there. I don't get paid to work there, just for argument's sake. But when I do that, there's a Target there. Now, like I said, I grew up in a rough neighborhood, and they put that Target there. They actually will not hire people from the area. They flat out will not hire anyone from that neighborhood. A lot of people who I grew up with, they actually told me they actually have to lie on the application. They have to say they live in a better area to get a job at Walmart, at Target. Wow, Tim, that's fabulous. See, this is what I needed to hear because, people say Walmart is horrible and they do, other than not paying taxes. Big corporations need to pay taxes like the rest of us, I'm a corporation now. Miss Kelly is a corporation. But yeah, see, that's another thing is, I know I've talked about this in my channel before. They're knocking down the hospital grounds in my hometown. They actually used to have, Long Island used to be the third biggest mental health, biggest psychiatric, we had the third biggest psychiatric care in the world. Our hospitals used to be like little towns, So they're knocking down those hospital grounds, and they're going to put luxury stores and condos. And I don't think that those stores are going to be hiring anybody in the area because, we can't be trusted, When you grow up in the hood, when you live in the hood, those people are not to be trusted because of where they live. That's a shame. That's a shame. But actually, while before I forget, but while Jamie's in the house, we are planning a new collab. Oh, that's been said for years, Tim. Oh, that's been said for years that Walmart doesn't pay taxes. Is that not true too? Wow, if I'm learning a lot of new stuff up in here. If they don't, they say Walmart doesn't pay taxes. They say Amazon doesn't pay tax. Well, Amazon, that's pretty out in the open. They don't pay tax. You know, they don't pay their tax. So anyway, so we have a new collab coming next month. We're going to be doing a Halloween craft. I don't know if we're going to, I don't know. Should we, I think I don't think we should do it as a, maybe not a limit, you know, just do like a Pinterest thing, you know, a Pinterest Dollar Tree collab. Oh, see that, Tim? I'm learning lots of new things. Lots of new things. Wow. Hey, maybe there's something I don't know. Hey, I'm always down to learning something new. I mean, I like Walmart. I think they have really great stuff in there. You know, I've heard over the years they abuse their employees and they don't pay tax. So maybe there's something new I don't know. I appreciate for the information, Tim. You know, maybe there's something we don't know. Oh, but some Walmarts in other countries, yeah. Hey, you never know. You know what I hate is like people blame Amazon for. I mean, listen, I don't buy things on Amazon. I do have Amazon Prime just so I can watch TV and things like that. But I don't like it when people blame Amazon and online shopping for stores closing. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. Do you think that's really the case, online shopping? They pay some taxes, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, they have a lot of write-offs, I'm sure. See this? Now I'm learning something new. See, I don't take sides. Oh, your sister works in regional. Oh, see, I'm learning a lot of new things here. See, here's the thing is, you know, when it comes to politics and things like that, I don't take sides, and I'm willing to listen. So if you know if you hear me say something that I'm not aware of, please tell me things. You know, I like Walmart. I think they're, like I said, they do help a lot of handicapped people, and they give a lot of people jobs, except for me for whatever reason. You know, yay! Yeah, speaking of that, so back to that. So we're going to be doing a Dollar Tree collab next month. It's going to be a crafty one. I don't think we're going to set a limit. I think maybe this time we don't set a limit. We just do like a Halloween craft off of Pinterest, because you know that's going to be quite entertaining. You ever see these these people try to do Pinterest artsy fartsy cakes and they look like something totally different? I think we could do that. I think we could do like a no limit thing, but it has to be, maybe we should do it as everything minus like glue from Dollar Tree thing, you know? They donate to multiple charities. See, these are things I don't know, Tim. I appreciate you helping me to understand these things, you know? I do like Walmart, and I do like Target. Target, I do know, has a dirty secret. So, like I said, that's something I do know for sure, because, you know, I go in there and I talk to the people who I grew up with, and they flat out said, I had to apply for the job saying I lived at my friend's house to get a job, which I think is sad. You know, that's another thing is Target's been under fire for a lot of things, too. You know, remember, let's not forget the manatee gray dress. But, yeah, so if you guys want to do the Halloween collab with me, Jamie, and Poochie, and the Sunnies, you know, please do. Let us know. My Instagram is open. You can definitely send a message and let me know. You know, that'll be great. I mean, anything you do, like with Dollar Tree, is pure gold for your channel. And it's fun. It's fun, and it's pure gold. You know? People like to see Dollar Tree stuff. I'm still like shocked and amazed about how much people really love watching just regular live videos. Really? Wow. See this? I'm learning a lot of things. And I bet, now, Adirondack, you live upstate. You live in the upstate area? So I would imagine Walmart's up there being really great. You guys have that more. You guys probably have more of those too. You have like you probably have those super Walmarts too, right? You have them up there. We don't have that down here. For whatever reason, we don't have super Walmarts or super well, Kmart's going to be a thing of the past real soon. Yeah, that's another thing is Kmart's going down. But you can't blame that. But see, that's the thing is you can't blame that on online shopping, because Kmart's been going down for a long time. That's been long before, you know, that. Ah. See, I've been trying to get a job at Walmart for a long time, and they don't usually call back. These online applications are an epic disaster. They really are. I always think that there's Kumar. Oh, Kmart, yeah. Yeah, we still have a few. One of them is going out of business as we speak. Hey, Kevin. How are you guys doing? Oh, I'm glad I'm going live for a really long time now because I got a lot of like people coming in. I don't know, Jamie, did you want to go live at 9 o'clock? Just let me know. Yeah, Kmart's going out. Sears, I think, is gone. I think all of our Sears are gone. I heard they're closed. One of the J.C. Penney's have gone down. You can't really blame online shopping 100%. Like I said, like a lot of stores and businesses don't want to pay the $15 an hour. I mean, that's pretty clear. Walmart's here have ripped out the they're ripping out cash registers and putting the self-checkout. I mean, to be honest with you, I won't lie. I do use self-checkout every now and then. I actually used to be a cashier, and sometimes I just do it. I just want to remember what it was like to be a cashier. It's no, just because, But yeah, I do like Walmart. So Adirondack Camping Adventures. Wow, my aunt lives up that way. Like I said, my aunt lives in she lives in Tupper Lake. She worked for a long time. She worked for Sunmount Hospital. She just retired from there, and she's You know what? I don't have cable anymore, Poochie. I cut the cable off. The last few seasons were like a meh. I have to tell you, the best season to me was season 3. Season 3 of American Horror Story was the best. The Covenant. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. I was kind of debating on whether or not to buy Lady Gaga's makeup from Walmart, from Amazon. Yeah. I'm going to wait till it gets on Hulu. I guess I'll wait till Hulu gets it. Because we know now, just so y'all know, Coven was the best. Well, I mean, you throw Stevie Nicks in there, and, you got me right there. I love me some Stevie Nicks. That lady is the bomb.com. I love Fleetwood Mac. I love Stevie Nicks. So, I mean, I was like, oh my God, they're going to put they said last season they were going to put her in there, and I don't think they did. Oh, there's a T-shirt running around online you could buy. Stevie Nicks is my fairy godmother. I don't know if I need that. I'm not a Lady Gaga fan, but I may actually break down and buy her makeup and maybe do a review on that. I don't think she's got a whole lot of stuff. I think it's just lipstick and some other stuff. I like Kathy Bates. Gaga is not my fan. I'm not a fan of Gaga because of the whole... I don't like her because of the whole fur thing. I don't like it. Hey, Job Mexi TV, welcome. Welcome to the live. How are you doing? Oh, I love this. I'm seeing new people come in my live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, actually, her makeup, it didn't look so bad. I think Jeffree Star is actually going to do a review. Apparently, Jeffree Star got a PR package from Lady Gaga. So I'm looking forward to seeing his review. And yes, I do. When I do like a video like that where Jeffree Star did that, I mean, I'm tagging him in everything at this point. Whenever I do a makeup thing, I'm tagging Jeffree Star because I'm just doing it. I am going to be doing a week of Jeffree Star for his birthday, and I don't normally do my nails. It's not my thing, but I think I'm actually going to get a set of claws for his birthday week. I think I will. Maybe I just buy them in the store. What I was going to do was he did a video a while ago of him going to like the lowest rated he did a video a while ago of him doing the lowest rated nail salon. No, he did the lowest rated tattoo parlor, and I want to do the lowest rated nail salon, and actually it just so happens to be next to my gym. But the only downside to doing acrylics and things like that is that you have to keep going back and getting them done and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's an expense I really want to do. So I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do about that. If I just want to buy like a set of claws and just put them on myself, or if I just want to do that as part of the Jeffree Star week. I love Jeffree. But I definitely want to try out Lady Gaga's makeup. Like I said, I'm not a total fan of her. Well, thank you, John Mexi TV. I appreciate that. So, gosh, when I actually haven't been, just, I haven't been up to the Adirondacks in a while. There's a camp. The last time I went there, we went to a campground called Little Wolf Lake. Little Wolf Lake. Oh my gosh, my accent's going all over the place. So all of a sudden, Little Wolf Lake. Yep, we went camping at Little Wolf Lake. They used to have a store up there called Ames. Apparently, Ames is still around in some places, or they still have a website. Is this true? Yeah, we used to go to Ames up there. Yep. And they had some really cool, well, I call them, touristy traps. Upstate New York was where all the touristy traps were, like, really big. They have Santa's Workshop. We used to go there. At one point we went to Enchanted Forest and things like that. We don't have that kind of stuff down here, We never had any amusement parks. Well, we actually do have one amusement park, but we didn't have the cool, like, stuff up there. You would think we would have some things down here like that because, Long Island's a big place for tourists, especially with the Hamptons. You would think the Hamptons would be loaded with tourist trap type of stuff, but I guess not, because people just want to go to the beach and, lay around complaining about life and shit. Rich people problems. They want to go to the Hamptons and complain about rich people problems. Sucks. I hate it over there. I hate the Hamptons. I really do. I really do. The coolest thing up there, though, is the festivals. I wish we had fairs like that down here, too. They have the Dutchess County Fair, which is pretty awesome. And I remember the Syracuse State Fair being really cool. I mean, you literally need a few days to get through all those fairs. Really cool stuff. You're bringing up all these kinds of feelings of. I have to do some videos or something about that at some point. Yeah, I used to love it up there. My mom doesn't want to go up to the Adirondacks because it's too long of a drive. And now my aunt's staying down in Pennsylvania. My cousin just got a job at the Penn State. Not much. How's things going with you, GemXE TV? How are things? Tell me what's going on in life. I like to talk about those things. Oh, yeah. So, oh. Oh, I didn't even know this was almost over. So that's another thing I just wanted to bring up. I just had an incident on YouTube and Facebook. Somebody had gone onto my YouTube, on my Facebook page, added me. They ended up having a YouTube channel, and they had a crush on me, and they started just commenting on my posts on Facebook. I'm going to date you, and I can't wait to date you, and things like that. And then somebody came on one of my videos commenting, saying that we're going to get married. I appreciate the fact that you find me attractive. I mean, I don't find me attractive. I don't know. But I am one of those people that I'm still going through some levels of body dysmorphia disorder and things like that. When you have weight loss surgery, you're not used to you looking like you and things like that. So, yeah, I don't find me attractive. I mean, I think I'm kind of cute, but I'm totally psychotic on the inside, I'm sure one of my haters is listening and saying, oh yeah, she's definitely a psycho. Yeah, well, whatever. But at least I admit it. I don't hide the fact that I have mental health issues and things like that. I will always, let y'all know that I have those kinds of problems. So, Isabel, do you see my turkey cracker thing in there? Can I have that, please? Since you're in the fridge. So, that's one thing. I just want to throw this out there. This is not me being rude or nasty. Listen, I appreciate it. I know I have a very large male following here on YouTube, and I appreciate that. I appreciate anyone who comes on here and says hello and talks to me. But I'm just gonna throw this out there. I am not in any way looking to date anybody. It's just I'm not doing it. It's it's not me. It's not you. It's me. I've been through a really rough time. Like I said, I'm a domestic. I talk about being a domestic violence survivor. I've been homeless. I've been through a lot of different things, and I put myself aside for a really long time. And I've also, I've done a lot of volunteer work and done a lot for a lot of people. So the way I see life is at this point, I am working on me right now and doing what I need to do and what I want to do. And I don't want to sacrifice that right now. Sure, maybe somebody could enhance my life by being there and being a partner and things like that, but I'm just not looking for that right now. And so don't take this as me being an asshole or anything like that. I'm just putting this out there that I'm just not looking to date anybody right now, and I don't really foresee me dating anybody ever, because it's just, I got kids, I can't just date anybody. I mean, I don't know if they want me to date people. I don't know. I never really asked. That's probably difficult for a kid to be a part of, especially since their dad is still living, and I'm sure, they don't want to think that I'm trying to replace him with somebody else or anything like that. But I am not looking to date anybody, and I don't want it to become an awkward situation where you're hitting on me or constantly commenting, and I feel like I feel backed up against the wall and I say something that's not very nice. Unfortunately, I've said some things on here. Like I said earlier in this live, I've said things in my past that maybe weren't very nice and they were out of hurt and anger. And I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be put in that situation. So, so I would really appreciate it if people, you're free to add me on Facebook, Instagram. I don't mind that. I don't mind, I did come on here to make friends. There's some people on YouTube that say, oh, I didn't come on here to make friends and do this and that. But I did come on here to make friends because, I live in a house where I got to deal with these people upstairs that are, horrible. And my neighbors are overly political and I can't talk to people and I don't want to go to the library and I have agoraphobia. So I don't like going out, period. But I just don't want people, I don't want to send the wrong message, I don't want, people thinking they can freely hit on me or ask me out or anything like that. I'm not interested. And, you could be the hottest guy on YouTube, I mean, I tell myself every day it's Charlie Hunnam or nothing, because I feel like that keeps me safe and sane and keeps me on track. It's something I tell myself because, I am worth it. I am worth getting the things that I want. Maybe I'm a horrible person, because, I've said horrible things, and I know, bad karma comes to people for doing bad things. And I'm sure there's people right here, right now, watching my live, wishing lots of bad karma. I don't wish bad karma on anybody. I wish people well. And if we've had a conflict in the past, I apologize, and I don't wish harm or anything to anybody. If I've said something out of line, it's because I was angry, hurt, or upset. Isabel, where's my crackers? So, I'm just throwing that out there. I want to move forward, and, I want you to move forward too, and, things like that. I have the link to my Instagram account on my banner. So if you have an issue with me, please feel free to message me anytime, and you can curse me out if you like. Curse me out. I don't really care. It's fine. But again, back to the initial situation. I really don't want people to put me in an awkward position. Please don't hit on me. I'm not interested. I'm just trying to get my life in gear. I'm not in the right place to be dating people. Like I've said in my live tonight, I live in a program for handicapped people. I don't want to live here forever. So I really just, I don't think I'm in the right place to be dating people. And again, this is not me being an asshole. This is me being flat out honest. I have a lot of stuff to work on, and I'm not where I'm at. I'm in a good place. I mean, I won't lie. I'm in a decent place. I got myself in a healthy weight. I'm 100 pounds down. I mean, I feel like I'm in a decent place mentally. Some things that, YouTube has taught me is, that I need to learn how to fight for myself, but in an appropriate manner. And like I said, I am apologizing now. If I said something, that wasn't very nice about you, I apologize because it was out of anger and hurt. I do have separation anxiety and issues with people leaving, and some people have left my friend circle in a not nice way. Flat out, you didn't do it a nice way, and maybe I should have been the bigger person, just walked away and not said anything. And unfortunately, people also ask about things, and there's people out there who instigate problems. There's also been somebody who manipulated me into believing there's horrible people on YouTube and some kind of YouTube mafia or some weird shit like that. But again, there were times where I said things because it was based out of that. And I apologize. Again, I apologize if I had said something that wasn't right. I actually unblocked everybody. So if you are somebody who is pissed off at me and you would like to come on here and comment, you're free to do so. Okay? I apologize. Shaking hands, because I don't have a hand to shake. Shaking hands, waving the white flag. I apologize. Okay? I apologize. Let's turn over a new leaf. My birthday's coming up. I'm going to be 34. New Year's is coming soon. And life's too short to be hating one another. And let's get over it and say our piece. I'm sorry. And I want to move on. Okay? I'm not going to come on your channel. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to say anything about you anymore. Yeah. Thank you, Poochie. I just figured I would throw this out there. Maybe this will smooth things over for a bit, I don't know. You never know. You never know what's going to happen here. I'm just throwing this out here. If I said something out of anger or hurt, I apologize. I'm moving on, and you will not, unfortunately, those live streams are public right now, and, sorry. But I know this because I made a video about not capitalizing on other people's misfortunes, and, but again, if somebody hurts you, you do have the right to talk about that. Yeah. Well, Tim, anything I've said was out of anger or hurt. So, again, sometimes when you're hurt by people, it's easy to slip and say things that you don't really mean. And this is something I need to learn too, and this is something YouTube, can I tell y'all something? YouTube has been a very healing place for me. It's been it's a very healing place. I'm learning that, there are excellent people out there in the world. I've met Jamie, I've met Poochie, I've met Alex and Kim and a lot of wonderful people. But, I'm also learning that, there's some not so nice people here. There are people who come into your circle and they're going to leave. And, unfortunately, I take that very personally. I'm a very, very sensitive person. I'm not going to apologize for being a sensitive person. That I'm not going to do. But, you hurt me, and I said things because I was hurt. And, sometimes when you're hurt, you just can't stay away and not, say things that are not nice. I should have been the bigger person and not said anything, but I did, and I apologize. So, and I'm not saying this because I'm under review or anything like that. I genuinely, I just want to move forward and make great content, and I want you to make great content as well. I'm not going to subscribe to your channel or watch your content, but I just wish you well and hope everything works out for you. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I think we all need to do this at least once in our life. If you have some kind of, issue with somebody, you got to let it go. I know that's really difficult for some people. It's difficult for me too. I dwell. Can I tell you something? When somebody hurts me or wrongs me, I dwell. I let it stew. And, that's something, I think that's something YouTube is teaching me right now, is that I need to stop doing that. Let it go and just do what you do. I mean, you're going to have haters on YouTube. I mean, that just comes with it, You can't live life without haters and people who are going to talk shit about you because, that's just how life is. But, once in a while, you just got to, take a step back and realize that you fucked up and you're sorry and, you just want to get back to doing life. I mean, me and my kid's dad were in a very ugly place for a really long time. I mean, we're not really, at 100%, we're not besties. We're not going to be besties, but, you know, I never thought that would work itself out, but apparently it did. And, you know, we could sit in a room now and be civil. So I like to think that, with the people who I don't get along with on YouTube can do the same. Again, I apologize. I made a mistake, and I wish you well, and good luck on your channel. Shaking hands. Let's all move on from here on out and just go out and create some great shit, Go out there and create some great epic things. And like I said, that's the other thing that I had talked about was the collab, the Dollar Tree, the next Dollar Tree collab. We'd like people to join in and do things, and so if you do it cool, please let us know. My Instagram handle is in the my banner. In fact, I'll drop it now. I'll drop my Instagram link. So if you want to get in contact with me, please do send me a message. If you want to do this Dollar Tree collab, it's going to be a Halloween one. We're going to do some kind of creations. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a collab where we're going to set a limit. I think it's just going to be like a Pinterest. Find something on Pinterest, or Tumblr. Tumblr's another one, right? They do that stuff there too. Yeah. So we're going to do something like that. Find a DIY on the internet and recreate it from the Dollar Tree. That sounds like a really cool idea. And so, like I said, if you're one of those people where, we're not getting along right now, just know that I'm going to let go and let God. I'm a pagan, I'm going to let it go. And, no weapons formed against me shall prosper. And same thing as you. It's time to walk away and let it go and just go do you. And I'm going to do me. And I wish you all the well. I wish you all the well. Jesus. Too much coffee, Kelly? I wish you all the best. And thank you for being a part of my life and being a part of, me and my channel and all that. And, I wish you well, you're in your community, you're in your channel community, and I'm in mine, and we may bump into each other here and there, and I'm gonna say hi to you. I'm gonna be hi to you because kindness is free, and I'm just gonna say hi. How you doing? You could hate me all you like and curse me out in somebody else's live stream. That's fine, but I'm still gonna say hi. It's going well, Tim. It's been a pretty decent night. I'm just doing and dipping and doing. Hi, unboxing and review. How are you doing? How are you doing? Have you, I gotta tell you, I just, I got Boxy Lux this month, and, I'm so excited about that. I like it. You know what, Boxy's one that I really like. I really like Boxy. They were talking about this new Boxy, a bigger Boxy. I think I may get that too. What is it? Boxy Boxy Prime or Boxy something. I'm going to get that. I'm all over that. I actually put my name on the list. Yep. I'm all for that. That's going to be the only subscription box I get. So I know if my mom is watching this, I don't think she really watches my channel. But as of next month, hey, Trucker's Life. Ooh, Guthrie, Oklahoma. How's things down there? What's the weather like down there? I know that there's some kind of hurricane brewing out there. I'm glad you're doing good, Tim. Too hot. It's actually chilly here in New York. It's chilly. I have to tell you, I think our summer was cut short this year. August was not really all that hot. But then again, losing 100 pounds and 100 pounds of body fat, that kind of screws up your summer just a little bit. 95 in Texas. Wow. Wow. There's some, like I said, there's some hurricane brewing. I forgot the name of it. Oh, boy. So many named storms right now. Wow. They have a whole bunch. Oh, yes, Humberto. Humberto's the one that may hit over here. Oh, and there's a Jerry. Holy crap, there's a whole bunch of storms. Ooh. Wow, you see this? Wow. Some on the West Coast, too. Hey, honk honk Ralph. How you doing, my good friend? Oh, Jamie's live. Okay, so it is Jamie's turn. And we are going to go over there. Hold on, let's drop her link. Hey, Be The Difference Clothing. We're just going to drop the link to Jamie's live because she is live right now. So thank you guys for staying with me for the last 2 hours. Check that. I got a 2-hour... Today's been a very prosperous day on my channel. I got, what, 4 videos and a live stream? Hot shit. Woo-woo! Miss Kelly working, dipping, and doing. All right, let's get Jamie's live stream link in here because we're going to go over there. 93? Wow. No, it definitely was Chili Willy's here. All right, let me get Jamie's link up in here so we can go over there. You could do a Kelly raid. You could say it's a Kelly raid. That's my sister over there. Say it's a Kelly raid, or you just go over there and just dip and do. Ooh, she got a commercial on there for Boxy. Oh, good grief. All right, guys. So we're going to end this live here. I'm dropping the link for Jamie's live. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Ooh, whoops. Oh, I guess that's the link. Whoops. I don't know what the hell I hit. All right. There we go, guys. All right, guys. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And thank you, guys. 2 hours. Holy crap. It's been a long time since I've done that. So thank you guys for stopping by. And anyone who's been playing my playlist and helped me get my hours, thank you. I can't wait to be on the what do you call it? The monetized bench. Just like the loser's bench for the weight loss surgery, guys. Thank you, guys. See you guys.